Hi, everyone. Sorry about the big, huge Zoom problem yesterday. I guess it was a national problem. So everybody was stuck. So I decided I'm going to videotape this so that we don't fall behind and make sure that you get everything about animal cell. And then next week, I will review a little bit of the animal cell and I'll show you some animal cells with plant cells under my microscope because I can't really do that through this. Okay. So next week, I'll make sure I pull out the microscope and show you all those cells. All right, let's take a look at the animal cell. So for this, you should have your picture of the animal cell. Hopefully you printed it because I've asked you to print these. And this is important because these organelles that you're going to see on this page are really, really important. Okay, so they are organelles that are going to help you understand a little bit about the Latin that's involved with biology, but also how a cell is so detailed and so intricate. And so for this video, you're going to have two videos. You're going to have this video where I kind of start the class on Canva, and then I have to create a different video with my document camera so that you can actually see what I have on my picture that I have going through all of the different parts of a cell. Okay, so here we go. So if you have Science Source, there are your pages 76 and 77. And a cell has many, many parts to it. So all of these terms are going to be in our understanding of a cell. And each one of these does something different for the cell, but they all kind of work together to make the cell do its job. Okay, so every cell has these parts in it in an animal cell. And remember, they're 3D, they're not flat. So this 3D structure is important to understand because when you're talking about the cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like substance in there, that's what gives it its 3D shape and makes it round. So just remember these are round even though we're looking at them on a flat 2D, two-dimensional shape. So they are eukaryotic cells. Remember, eukaryotic cells are cells that have a membrane around the nucleus, and that allows things to go in and out, but they are regulated. In other words, there's like a security gate there that allows some things in, some things out, but it regulates what goes in and out and when it happens. So animals are part of the kingdom called Animalia. So there are 5 kingdoms of organisms on the earth. There's Animalia, there's Plantae, which is plants, fungi, which are molds and mushrooms and other fungus. And then you have these other 2 that you'll study more in biology. One of them is called protists, and the other one is eubacteria, EU bacteria. And we talked about those more last week. So the eubacteria is the 5th kingdom. So we're talking about the animal kingdom right now. And those are eukaryotic cells, not prokaryotic cells like the eubacteria kingdom. Okay, different types of cells. So again, going back to the different types of cells that we studied already, I kind of showed you all the different types of cells. There are stem cells and intestinal cells and blood cells and nerve cells and skin cells. They're all kind of different looking, but they all have generally the same things going on inside of them. So that's what we'll look at. But let's compare an animal cell to a plant cell first. So animal cells can have all of those different shapes that I just showed you. You know, neurons look totally different than skin cells, and they look totally different than muscle cells. Whereas plant cells, almost all are rectangular. Okay, so they all have one particular shape. An animal cell can be lots of different shapes. But the round ones that you see, or they're mostly kind of round, are like your stem cells, your original cells, your epithelial cells. Those are your round cells. Most of them have some sort of round structure in them. They do not have cell walls. So a plant cell has this extra outside part called a cell wall, and that's because it doesn't have bones, so it needs structure. And a cell wall gives the cell some structure. Whereas animal cells don't need the structure because they have bones. They do not have chloroplasts. Remember chloroplasts from back when we talked about how plants make their own food? So chloroplasts make their own food, right? Under photosynthesis. where so they have to have chloroplasts, these little guys that are making the food, where animal cells don't make their own food. Animals don't make their own food, so we don't have chloroplasts. Okay, so that's a major difference between the two. Another one is that we have these small vacuoles. Vacuoles are like little storage areas. They store food, water, waste material, um, and some energy that's used for later. But the plant only has one big one. So animal cells kind of have one for food, one for water, one for waste, whereas plant cells have one that keeps kind of everything in there. Plant animal cells store glycogen, and plant cells store starch. So a little different in how they store their energy. Those are both energy forms. And lysosomes are these little tiny things. They're these little orange things that help the cell combat bacteria and other viruses and things like that. So they are defenders of the cell. Whereas plant cells don't have lysosomes, rarely, because they don't give as many viruses and bacterial growth, and they're not susceptible to as much as animals are. So animals have more ways to fight those things because we get them more often. And then they have centrioles, which are part of the process for cell division. Plant cells don't need the centrioles as much because they divide a little differently, but they divide kind of similar to animal cells. So I'm now going to move to the next part of this, which is going to be the video of all the different parts of an animal cell, but I added a few on your sheet. So down here, you'll get number 12, 13, and 14, because I wanted to make sure you knew those organelles as well. And so I'll go through all of those. And then over here, I'm not going to send this to you because now it's not live anymore. Instead, you have to download it, and I don't trust that on my computer. So instead, I will send you the reminder of the one I sent 2 weeks ago, which is a way you can look at the different parts or organelles of the cell. So I'll send you that as well. Okay. And then I'm going to send you a CGI video that's going inside a cell. It's pretty cool. And then next week, of course, we'll study these plant cells that are so cool. Those the green things that you see in there are the chloroplasts with the chlorophyll in them that's being made for the plant to have food. So we'll study those next week, and I'll make sure I show you lots of cells underneath my microscope as well, so you can see these cells in action. Well, not in action because they're frozen, but we'll look at those cells next week. All right, here is the end of the first recording.